was gonna try and film this out here, but we are gonna get rained on. It's a beautiful day in the desert. It's nice to see the rain. We've had lots of rain, but I might have to take this inside. Okay, we're gonna do this indoors instead. My seed order is from Baker Creek, and there are lots of good heirloom seed companies online that you can order from. This just happens to be who I ordered from primarily. And I was over ambitious with how many seeds I should get this year, so I'm kind of excited because it's gonna be maybe a little bit much, but it'll be fun. We'll see what we can get going in the garden this year. All right, there it is, it's open. Okay. Chioggia beet. That's that one with the swirl in there. Looking forward to that one. I used to not be a beet eater, and now I am. So one of the benefits of growing your own garden is trying lots of new foods and deciding which ones you really maybe do like. Kyoto red carrot. We've grown lots of carrots here, but I've never grown this one. This is something I'm going back to. Our first year gardening here on this property was in 2014, and this did really well. Sweet passion melon. See how it does this year. One of the viewers asked me once, does Napa cabbage grow well where you are? And I still have no idea. So this is a Chinese cabbage, Golden Beauty. I mean, it doesn't say Napa cabbage, but it's kind of similar with the ruffly leaves. See how it does. Oh, that's a marigold. Marigolds do well in the desert. I've grown the white sweet Spanish onion, so I'm looking forward to the yellow one. This is a long day onion, so I was deciding, because it seems to me in our area we should grow short day or intermediate day onions, but I don't know, the white one did okay, so why not try this one? It's a different squash this year than I've grown before. It says it's supposed to grow within 40 days. It doesn't say that on the package. It said that online. Does it say it on the package? I don't have my glasses on. Anyway, online it said it was one of the fastest growing squashes. I guess maybe they grow small. So why grow one that you can get harvested within 40 days? I'm just trying to beat the squash beetles. So, you know, you start getting a harvest of squash and then you collect and collect, and then all of a sudden one day the plant is gone because the squash beetles came in. So I thought maybe I'll get a big harvest before they come. Well, this is a free gift. They send a free seed packet. So that's funny. I grow Mizuna, but not this one. Benny Hushi. It's got a red stem. Mine doesn't have that. Mine's green. That'll be fun. Okay, I've heard a lot about Jimmy Nardello peppers. I'm a sweet pepper person. I can't tolerate the hot ones anymore, so I'm always on a quest for flavorful sweet peppers, and I hear good things about this one. And I've never grown cauliflower, so this will be a try. Whenever I try new things in the garden, I don't typically put it all in one bed. I'll spread it around the property. So there'll be a cauliflower in the front yard, the side yard, in the backyard, in this bed, in this bed, in this bed, and that's how I trials garden. Just try different soils and different microclimates around the yard, and how will it do? We'll find out. This is a sugar, not a sugar snap pea. That's what I usually grow. This is a snow pea, so it'll have a flatter pod. And I do have leftover seeds from sugar snap peas. Sorry, I'm distracted. It's got a sign on it. Overpacked due to low germination. Well, that's nice. Okay, so they're aware that this year it has a low germination rate, and so they overpacked it. So then when that happens, just put extra in the ground, and 73% germination rate. That is kind of low, but that's not bad. So yeah, 7 out of 10 of them can be expected to pop up. That's fine. But great to have extra seeds. We'll just put them around. And that's something that'll need to go up a trellis. There are some peas that stay pretty short and they don't need to be staked or trellised, but that one will grow up a tall vine, so we'll trellis it. I like shallots and have never grown one, so I'm gonna try that. Here's the other pepper I got. King of the North. I don't know, sometimes I think I buy just based on a picture or a name. King of the North. Sounds good. And then really, either of those are going to have to stand up to Ivarski, because that was my favorite. So far, probably the best tasting pepper I've ever grown. So we'll see how the others do for flavor. Some flowers I wanted to plant on the side of the house. That's yarrow. I liked that pretty dainty white. And I think, I'm trying to think if it grows 2 feet or 1 feet tall. Yeah, it's not necessarily saying on the package, but I think it's one of those that's not short to the ground, but it's not super duper tall either. Oh, and this one I was excited about too. Look how pretty those are. We've grown sunflowers here. They do well here. Sun King. It just had that big head, and I don't know, not huge sunflower head, like more like mid-size. It's pretty. There's the bean I want to try this year. Kalima. It's like Christmas stocking over here. Okay, here's the other carrot. Littlefinger. Those looked cute. They seem like they would do well in the desert. Seems like they will grow kind of quick and not a whole lot of expectation because they're thin. So seem like they ought to do well. This is, oh, that's funny. This is, if you buy a lot of seeds, you get a second free seed packet. I was actually looking at maybe buying this one and I didn't. At least I don't think I did. I'll have to check the rest of the package. It's a very small bok choy. And I was halfway, when I was thinking about did I want to buy it or not, I was halfway thinking that could be something you grew in the house and just don't even bother putting out. So I might try a couple indoors and a couple outdoors. That's another one for the side of the house, amaranth. I liked that pretty red color. Okay, Brandywine tomato. I've never tried that one. And I did get a second tomato. Here it is, Berkeley tie-dye. Never tried that one either. This was one of the shorter days to harvest tomato, at least on the Baker Creek website. There are, I think, even shorter ones on other websites, but I just ordered everything from Baker Creek this time. And again, why do I want a short days to harvest produce? We get extreme heat in July, so then I was thinking if I get this in the ground in April, which I always do my tomatoes at the beginning of April. I get them out of the house and into the ground. So then the hope is getting a tomato before the heat, the real big heat comes. Every year we get it in July, but then the last 2 years we've had heat waves preceding that. June was very, very hot this last summer. And then we had late heat waves too into September. So it's kind of, I was talking to a friend about it, and she said just grow a shorter days to harvest tomato. Good advice. Ragged Jack or Red Russian kale. I've grown that before, and it works well here. This one I've never grown here before. Nero di Toscana. That's another kale. I think we're coming to the end. Last one. Brussels sprouts. I know people have a love-hate relationship with Brussels sprouts. I kind of like them, not so much in childhood, but I do now. And a friend of mine grew these in her yard last year and sent me home with some. And fresh eating Brussels sprouts is extraordinarily better than the grocery store. I had no idea how enriched the flavor could really be. And I just chopped them in half, sauteed them up with olive oil, and put a little bit of, I think it was Parmesan or something on top. And that was my lunch that day. It was so good that I thought maybe I should try Brussels sprouts. And again, that's going to be one that's going to end up all over the property because I don't know where it will do well. That's what I did when I put that artichoke in the ground. If you've seen the show for a while, you saw a Colorado Red Star artichoke, and it's doing really well. But you got to know that that's like 3 places I tried planting it in the yard, and that's the place that did well. And so then, I don't know, that's how I trial things, because if I had just put the artichoke in one spot and it shriveled up and died, I was like, oh, I'm not good at growing artichoke, or artichokes don't grow here, or you'd come up with some kind of deflated, oh well. But yeah, that's my approach in our area, is just to try different pockets, different microclimates of the yard, different soil types. Some of our beds have stronger soil health than others, while we try to work on the soil health in different parts of the yard. So anyway, that's how I garden new items, and some of these are old hat, and we love them, and we're going to keep growing them. Onions and carrots consistently do pretty well here. And of course I have leftover seed from last year too, some lettuces and different things. So, and there's always seed sharing and borrowing from friends and family, and so we'll see what kind of variety we get in the yard this year and how well things do. It was a tough year last year. If you were gardening for the first time last year and didn't have a great time of it because of all the drought in the Southwest, I don't know, just try again, keep trying. Last year was kind of a weird year for a lot of people. So I would say don't give up, and if you were able to grow anything, good job. And I just hope everyone's having a good time as they're planning their gardens and getting their seed orders in and getting their seeds delivered. I hope it's fun. I hope you're dreaming, and hope you have a good planting out and a good harvest this year. Happy gardening.